Okay, so there are three technical terms which we need to understand. Modules, packages, and libraries. Okay, so whenever you will see a video online, right? So they will use these words interchangeably. Okay, sometimes they will call it as a module, they will call it as a library, they will call it as a package. Okay, so in general, when we are like talking as a developer to developer, in general we will use these terms interchangeably, even though we might not be technically correct, but we will be using them interchangeably. Okay, because all three are pointing towards similar kind of an elements. Okay, so library, you consider library as a big, you can consider library as a grandfather, package as your as a father, and module as a child. Okay, so the bigger entity is library, smaller than library is package, smaller than package is a module. So what is a module? So you can think of it like a single Python file. This is a single Python file, okay, .py. So in my previous section, you saw, right, any file. This is a .py file. Okay, so what will it contain? It contains Python code. Any Python code it will contain. Definitions of functions. We understood what are functions. Classes, we will go when we go further in our sessions, we will see what are classes, and we understand variables. So it's a file which has these common elements: functions, classes, and variables. So this is representation of module. To which file we will consider it as a module. The purpose is to organize related code together. We want all the related functionalities. Let's say there are math operations, okay, plus, minus, multiplication, all these are math operations, right? So we want to put all these related code related to math into one file, which can be called as a file name math operations, could be a module containing functions of addition, subtraction, etc. Once we have designed this file, okay, let's say I have, where is my, well, let's say this is once we have where is that one minute? Yeah, this is. So here if you see, it's a .py file. What I have done, I have designed a simple addition function. Here what I have done, simple subtraction function. Okay, now this becomes a module. This individual file is a module. Okay, this individual file, how we can use this module once we design it. The way we use it is it using import keyword. You use the import statement to bring the code from a module into your current script. So if I have to use this in my current file, I have to use import keyword. Okay, then what is package then? So package would be, think of it like a folder directory containing one or more modules. So package, your big bag, can have one or more modules. So you understood what is a module, right? So your package can have one or more modules, that's it. But the important thing, key requirement to call anything as a package is the package directory must contain a special file named as underscore underscore init underscore underscore .py. This file this file can be empty. You do not have to put anything in this file. Even though if you do not put anything, that particular directory will be called as a package. But in order to call that particular directory as a package, you have to put this file. So let me show you. If you see, this is just an multi-line comment. It is not making any changes, but because I have put this here, my this complete folder, this sub package, okay, this complete folder is becoming a package. Python will consider it as a package, as a bundle. Okay, a package directory must contain this. Even if it's empty in a new Python version, this file tells the Python that the directory should be treated as a package. So Python will understand, okay, this is a package. So example, you might have a package name my project with some modules like data processing.py, visualization.py, utils.py. Okay, this might be different files which you might have, or you can say individual modules you might have in a particular project. That project will also has a file of this name. Then Python will understand, okay, you are trying to design a module, and you will use same here also import. You will use import with a dot notation. Here you will use a dot notation to access modules within a package. Example, import my project. My project means folder name dot data processing. Okay, Otherwise, you can use my import my project dot visualization dot py. Visualization only, dot py is not needed. Then again import my project dot utils to import the functionality. Then what is library? Library, think of it as a collection of related modules and packages. So if you have related modules and packages combined, you will call it as a library. For example, NumPy is a library for numerical computing. It contains many modules and packages for array manipulation. Request is another library for HTTP request. Matplot is another library for creating plots and visualization. So whenever you install, right, you typically install library using the package manager. You remember in the previous classes we used to either use a pip to install a certain dependency, or we were creating a file and then we were using something called as pip -r requirements.txt. So all what we were doing is technically we were installing libraries. So that libraries will have some packages, those packages will have some modules, and these modules and packages will have some inbuilt functionality, which when we use this pip, right, when we install it, so it will come to our system. So if I do not have this Zoom software, I need to install it, right? So basically I'm installing a particular software so that my system has this functionality. So that's what pip help us to do in Python. So it will install these functionalities in our, whenever we need, we will just give the name of the functionality. Here I know, like, I need to install Zoom in order to attend this meeting. So in the similar format, you will also understand what module name you should use with pip to install a particular library, which will install a package and modules which will have certain functionalities to enhance our code. We do not have to write those functionalities from the scratch. We just wanted to use them. Okay, so as an analogy, module, a single recipe in a cookbook. Package, a section in the cookbook containing related recipes like desserts, main courses. Okay, a library, the entire cookbook containing many sections. Okay, packages, individual recipes from various types of cooking. You can take this analogy also. It depends on you. Okay, so math. What I'm trying to do is I'm importing math. So math is an inbuilt module. Okay. Inbuilt module. In general, if I call it as a library, if I call it as a package, if I call it as a module, technically it might not be correct. But in general terms, whenever developer to developer communication happen, they will just say import a math module, like that they will say. So you will be able to understand, okay, what modules I need to use. They will not go into technical details whether maths is a package or it's a library or it's an individual module. It doesn't depend. I mean, if you hover the mouse here, right, it will show it's a module. But in general, they might.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed our session at LWP Labs. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and contact the number for live classes. The future is now with AI.